Alright, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Connor on Chain. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of different stuff has been going on in the market the last few days here. So let's dive in. And first thing is, bro, Solana right now, dude. Like, what is going on? We got so many random coins launching. This is why I tell everyone, if you guys are not on Twitter, you absolutely should be, and you should be curating a feed of just whether it's pure degens and really strong traders, investors on Twitter. You know, my feed curates the latest every single day with what's going on. And we had Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate a little bit going off, launching meme coins, pushing meme coins left and right. It has been everything and anything celebrity tokens again the last few days. Solana has been a mess, in my opinion. It has been wild to see some of the random stuff. Like I said, I'm not gonna mention any tokens here. You guys can just look at this stuff, like just ton of ridiculous stuff going on. But we did have Andrew Tate's token went from, I think, zero upwards of, I'm pretty sure, over 300 million in market cap. I think within 1 to 2 days, which is, as of recent times, one of the fastest, largest gains. I don't know if in history or any time, through this cycle. It has just been insane price action for some of these tokens. But outside of that, I personally have not been focusing on that like at all whatsoever. I've been accumulating and watching more long-term bags, because that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video a little bit. Is how I'm going to be playing this market from now, going into the next 3 months, 6 months, upwards of 12, even more if it continues. Because we have, just in the last few days, we had a huge dump. And by huge, obviously, if you scale out, you look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, it's not a big dump. It did dump, what, 3, 4, 5%. But alts, and Bitcoin moves 1 or 2%, alts dump, 10, 20, 30% in a day. Because this market is very emotional. Most people do not have conviction in what they hold, and they are dumping very quickly, just at a tiny movement of Bitcoin, in fear, that they're gonna lose everything, right? And I think it's definitely, like I said, it's still an interesting area for where Bitcoin is and Ethereum. And I just think the sole reason why we still have a lot more to go from here is because just look at where Bitcoin's price is sitting. 67K, it is still not, technically, yes, it's broken previous highs, but we've not seen it have an explosive run well into price discovery. Every single bull run, that kind of makes a bull run, right? As we've seen Bitcoin hit unfathomable levels, back in 2017, 2018. Had its bear market, but what did it do next? Once it, reached its previous high, that's what made the whole bull run, right? And that is exactly what we are waiting for in the market now. And again, time frame wise, Bitcoin has had this rally earlier in the year, and even upwards of September, October, November 2023. It was a lot earlier than expected, as everyone, or maybe not everyone, but a lot of you guys know. But I'm kind of changing my mind on the fact that this cycle may be a lot longer than I'm really expecting. But I'm not saying this is going to go all the way through 2025 into 2026. I don't think it's going to be a literal extended cycle. But for the longest time, I really thought that this cycle was going to be a, almost like an early cycle, basically, where we top out maybe 5, 6, 7 months earlier than expected. Well, just by price action and how long we've kind of been sitting over the last few months, I mean, let's look at the chart. In the last 3 months, we have been ranging in between basically, yeah, 60K to 70K. I mean, it's been holding these levels up here very well recently. And right now on the chart, if we zoomed in on a better spot, this area is just a literal bull flag, bull pendant, whatever you want to call it. To me, it actually looks like a very good setup for another leg up. But again, as you can see, Bitcoin did just drop yesterday to nowhere. That could easily get invalidated just in the span of a few days to maybe a week or two. If the trajectory and momentum is not there. So I really do think that we're going to see this cycle play out, I feel like time frame wise, just similar to all the other ones. Maybe we do consistently consolidate month over month still for a couple months until we do have that next leg up. From here though, I know for a fact at some point what I'm waiting for is this next leg up. Again, whether Bitcoin does decide to drop back to mid 60s, and continues to hang around here and then breaks, or if it just consolidates for another 2 months, 2.5 months, all the way through August, September, for some reason, if it does, because you can't put anything, you can't say something just isn't going to happen. That's not how crypto works. Anything is literally in the books for a bull run, right? Like I said, I will not be selling major bags well into price discovery, well into retail euphoria, even though I know some retail is here, but we have not experienced a real euphoric run across anything yet, aside from when we were here and a lot of different narratives had huge moves already, right? But again, that is how I'm playing this right now. And so as far as altcoins, I'm really just holding. I am DCAing here and there into certain conviction coins, even into certain meme coins, but I'm just holding and waiting for this next leg up. I'm trying to allocate for a more so longer term portfolio. I'm not trading every day, messing with meme coins, this and that, or, trying to snipe new launches, do anything like that. Personally, like I said, I have been just kind of holding the bags that I have. I've kind of cut maybe a couple small positions, thrown them into conviction plays because most microcaps over the last few months have been slaughtered, which at the same point, I really did not expect this much of a chop. And also, in a chop like this, with Bitcoin literally still above previous highs, for altcoins to tank as hard as they have. That is just something I did not expect either. Because looking at altcoin charts, we got Bitcoin chart all the way up here. We got ETH chart still looking really good too. But then you look at very smaller cap, a lot of low caps, they're basically bottomed out. It's kind of wild to see. But that's just crypto. You can't blame anyone except yourself and me if you want for certain coins. I try my best out here, but like I said, a lot of coins sometimes they just cannot hold up. They don't have the traction, they don't have the hype, they don't continue to deliver when things get rougher in the market. It's hard to stay up to date with a lot of these things. But like I said, I'm really trying out here with as many good coins and plays as possible, but I can't ever be right 100% of the time. And when we're in a frothy market like this, it's what I do believe is best to just continue holding, because I still have a firm belief we are going way higher from here. That's mainly why I'm holding all of my conviction bags right now, even though some of them are down a lot tremendously from months ago. Still holding, because again, once retail euphoria, once a major price discovery happens for Bitcoin, I firmly believe everything is going to come back. Maybe not everything, but most strong projects will come back and probably break way past their previous highs at some point, you know. But that's mainly how I'm playing this market right now. I'm focusing, like I said, just mainly on the long term with very strong gems, and I still research for gems all the time. But at the same point, a lot of the gems that I have, I'm very, very, I don't want to say married to my bags, but a lot of gems that I am holding that I'm invested in, you know, there are a lot of reasons why I found them and why I've stuck with them for so long. There's not too many other new ones. Outside of some of the new AI ones I've talked about on the channel, you got Spectral, it's really interesting, and then also, Fluence FLT. Those are some new ones that I really do like as well. But outside of that, I'm sticking with most of the gems that I've had, that I've talked about for a while. But again, that's how I'm mainly playing this market right now. I feel like most of my exposure really is in AI and memes right now. Good amount of Bitcoin DeFi as well. RWA, I do have a couple strong RWA coins as well. I'm just going to go through just a couple here because I wanted to show you guys just, even like just a coin in each narrative. Because if you guys don't know how I, focus my portfolio as well, I love different narratives. I don't like to be all in on one narrative. I usually like to stick to maybe in between 1 to 3 coins, for a main portfolio of, not every single narrative either in the crypto space, but for some of the top ones, on the channel for the last 6 months I've covered RWA, AI, Bitcoin DeFi, crypto gaming. More so lately though, I haven't been covering crypto gaming. And AI, I don't know if I just said that. AI, Bitcoin DeFi, gaming, RWA, and memes. Memes again. That was another one. So those 5 now are mainly what I like to cover on the channel. And I like to pick a couple coins from each of those narratives. One of my favorite and top RWA coins is IXS, sitting at 100 million in market cap right now. I still think it's very undervalued. Chart wise it does look good, but like I said, it's still not even past its previous highs from the last bull run. Well, projects like this, I feel like they get overlooked a lot. A lot of projects that launched towards the end of the bull market, last bull market, because their chart, what happens is, again, everything tanks, when you're getting in. I mean, I don't know if anyone got into these, but if you launched over here, you basically just rode out the entire bear market, even though they were building, they were working, for literal years over here. And obviously price eventually decided to show itself, But IXS, a top RWA coin in my opinion. I really like this. Initially, I called that out on the channel. I don't expect anyone to even be here when I first was on YouTube, but I think one of my first 10 to 20 YouTube videos, that was at around 2 to 3 million in market cap. And that is, whoa. I still think that's going to be a great play long term. Still from here, if anyone ever got into that. It's good to see Retardio Cousins actually up heavy right now too. They were bottomed out a while ago, but they've been up pretty well. Definitely such a strong cult on Solana. That is why I'm so bullish on Retardio. And if you guys don't know what Retardio Cousins are, they are the NFT project, tied to the Retardio coin that I have talked about on the channel multiple times now. One of the most bullish meme coins I personally think on Solana right here is Retardio, and then these are the NFTs associated with them. But anyways, like I said, so IXS is a top conviction coin of mine. Another one, recently is FLT. I actually like FLT a lot Fluence still sitting around, right where it was a few days ago, upwards of a week ago when I covered it. But like I said, this definitely bottomed out. Has been hanging out, just chilling here. But I think the chart looks good. I expect this to just bounce around in between probably around 80 cents to maybe. I mean, it looks like around 50 cents is somewhat the bottom. But even if it goes under a little bit, would not be surprised before it bounces and eventually starts a new run. But it looks like Fluence has definitely looks like it has definitely hit some sort of bottom. And I'm super bullish on it. At least for AI coins, I like this one. IXS, FLT. The meme coins, obviously, I love MOG, guys. MOG is actually down a little bit today, which, at this point, the price movement for MOG, for any of these conviction coins, like, I don't care. I don't care what these coins do in the short term. Like, this actually, it just looks beautiful. Like, I can't lie. Because, again, the end goal doesn't even start until Bitcoin and ETH are well into new highs. That is why I could care less what any of these coins do price-wise. I'm allocating into the right coins with strong communities, into the right coins, with solid products at good levels, at low enough market caps. Because again, when we finally hit that end goal, which I firmly believe at some point we will within the next 6 to 12 months, that is when we're going to be finally looking at it and being like, okay, so our long-term sell targets are definitely right around the corner now. Again, so that is why I don't know. I preach just holding and holding until real euphoria hits. That's kind of how I'm playing this. Those are just some of my favorite coins right now in the market. As of recent, we actually even just had Aether and IONET. Both of these just launched, I think, within the last literal 2 days. But this one is a top coin on Solana right now at 550 million in market cap. Market cap to FTV is kind of big here. I'm sorry, not big, the opposite. It's kind of small. So fully diluted is 4.6. So the thing is, with either of these, I have not gone through the tokenomics yet to look into them, but I'm very curious to see. Because again, if they have a lot of backing, a lot of backers, there's a huge chance that there could be a ton of unlocks happening over the next literal month to maybe 3 to 5 months. So I'd be curious to check, because I would check, but again, I'm not really looking into these coins at all right now. They are pretty heavy in market cap in comparison to some lower caps, but they long term, they definitely could perform. But outside of that, that's kind of what I wanted to cover today. And just going into the next few days here, I'm going to be covering a lot of different ecosystems. I want to cover KRC20s tomorrow potentially. ROEV ecosystem, which I don't see anyone even talking about. Very interesting. And maybe one or two other things. And then I want to get into runes again. So this week there's going to be a lot of information coming just about different stuff, different things. So just keep your eyes peeled. A lot of alpha. And again, I just believe it, guys. Stay bullish. This market is absolutely haywire. Every single day is like a new literal price swing. You just got to stick to it and just focus on the end goal. That is my best advice in this market right now. Focus on your end goal. Even if you got to set a price target for certain altcoins that you like, that you have, realistically, even if it's a 5x, a 10x away from where it is, market cap wise and price wise, set that as a mental target or write it down. And once your coin kind of hits that maybe you take half profits and sell, but I really just think hold onto those conviction coins, plan those targets out, and once that hits, just sell. Don't try to hold it for longer. That's how I'm playing it right now, and that's how I plan to sell more towards the top. You know, that's all you got to do in this market. Like, it sounds easy, but obviously it's very hard. If you guys have been through this chop for the last 3 months, very difficult. I don't blame anyone if it's been a lot for you guys, because even for me mentally, it's been, on and off, just ridiculous. So outside of that, I've been kind of just rambling here. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for, I know I wanted to say this too. Thank you for almost 4,000 subscribers. This has been crazy to see, like, the growth on my channel. Just over the last, I think, 9 or 10 months now since I've been on YouTube. So I want to thank all you guys for, seriously tuning in for a lot of these videos. I know some of them can be iffy, some of them are good. I talk about a lot of different coins, but again, I just appreciate you guys tuning in all the time. So I want to thank everyone. And outside of that, that's what I got for you guys today. Literally as my thing freezes, just as I'm about to wrap up. But, alright. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.